Keep the Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock.
TK.
Rock. The Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock.
My rock.
The Most High is my rock. In the name of Messiah, the Most High is my rock. The Most High is my rock.
My rock.
The Most High is my rock. Yeah. The Most High is my rock. I keep my Bible on cop. The Most High is my rock. No time for cupcake and the cutling. Hit the streets and start cutting. The Israelites are bubbling. The Israelites are coming. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You can keep the stuffing. It's pagan, disdain, it's vain, it's nothing. The European Union about to hit the button. And I feel sorry for you if you think the Lord is bluffing. That's why I hit the booth and I tell the truth. Are you fishing with the truth? Tell me where's your fruit? If the Most High is your rock, don't treat him like a side piece. Come in this truth plan and treat you like a side piece. He's the God of mercy and wrath. So do you want to fly or do you
Keep the Bible on cop.
The Most High is
We live? Shalom, Israel.
Shalom!
Sounding powerful. For those of you online, welcome. This is the Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. Today at sundown is the Passover, so we will be celebrating with brothers and sisters the High Holy Day. Under the circumstances, this is not the date and time that we had set up. Get y'all phones on mute, please. This is not the time and date that we had set up, but everybody knows what's going on with the plagues that's hitting this earth. So, we had to improvise, right? But I'm gonna say this: Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for allowing brothers and sisters to assemble and to gather. A lot of brothers and sisters don't get this opportunity under any circumstance.
That's right.
All right, so you know how we do it, man. We improvise. We make things happen when the odds are stacked against us. So I'm just happy to be amongst brothers and sisters. I'm happy to be able to celebrate the Most High's High Holy Day with brothers, with sisters, with the children. Show them the right example. Right? So, we ain't gonna talk up here a long time. We back in the house, right? So we're gonna go through a couple of scriptures just on the Passover, as if what we would do normally. It's not gonna be the full-blown Passover experience for some of you it's your first Passover. We apologize that it couldn't be what we planned, but again, the Most High is putting judgment on this earth, and he basically put the earth on timeout. Right? He got the earth on timeout, but guess what? He got us functioning.
That's right.
He got us moving in the spirit, so that's what we're gonna do. All right. So without further ado, let's go to Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. Yeah, read that for me.
This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. Give me a comment, y'all got it?
God!
Nice. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And it says, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Go ahead.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Right, so the holy convocations, and we go through this a lot. We go through Leviticus 23. A lot of the brothers and sisters that watch us, that know us, we go to this scripture a lot. All right, so I'm not going to beat it to death, but I'm going here to show the different feast days and why we're here to be gathered. Why are we sitting here when we could be in our houses? Why do we gather together when we could be doing our own thing, right? You can do your own Passover, right? Every man, woman, and child in here can do their own Passover, but why did the Most High, why are we sitting here today? Well, this is why. Leviticus 23 is going to tell us. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2. Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Right.
Even these are my feasts.
Right, a convocation, a gathering by summons, right? So you are summoned to be here. Read on.
Verse 3.
Read.
6 days shall work be done.
Now, you know why I like it? Because he's letting you know that it's not just one day when you were summoned. It ain't just today. He's going to go through all the different feast days. He's going to go through all the different holy convocations. Go ahead.
6 days shall work be done.
Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Right, so the Sabbath is the first one. This is the first holy convocation. Right? And this is the weekly convocation. Go ahead.
And holy convocation.
Right?
Ye shall do no work therein.
Go ahead.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
Right?
These are the feasts of the Lord.
These are the what?
These are the feasts of the Lord.
So if you thought that the Sabbath wasn't a feast, you're mistaken.
That's right.
All right? If you thought the Sabbath wasn't a holy convocation, you're mistaken. That's not the time for you to seclude yourself and go into individualism, right? Individualite mode. Go ahead.
Even holy convocations,
Right.
which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5.
Go ahead.
In the 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover.
Right. So the next holy day or convocation, besides the Passover, or besides the Sabbath, pardon me, would be the Passover.
Fine.
And this is why we're here, to commemorate this high holy day. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
Right. So the 14th day of the first month is the Passover. The 15th day is the feast of unleavened bread. Now, when you read this, when you read it and you dissect it, is letting you know that Feast of Unleavened Bread and Passover, they start on the same day. Even though it says 14th and 15th, today at sundown would be considered the start of the Passover. And going right in, right, would be the next day. But it's sundown. So the Feast of Unleavened Bread and Passover would start today. And then, 7 days? We eat the unleavened bread. Right? And we sent out to the brothers and sisters that are part of the group chat, if you didn't know what was leaven and what was not, we sent that out. All right, so whatever has the leaven in it, cookies, cakes, bread. There was a few things that was on that list that we sent out that you were supposed to, as of tonight, these things were supposed to be removed from your dwelling. What's that noise? Can that wait? These things were supposed to be removed from your dwelling. Y'all get that? 7 days. For 7 days. So you're not going to go right now to the store, buy a loaf of bread. You're not going to do that. You're not going to go buy cakes and cookies. You're not going to do that because we're in this feast of unleavened bread. All right? And we're gonna go into that a little bit. Because I know a lot of people, you got those zealots. I call them zealots. They're zealous for certain things, like when we supposed to take the bread out the house? When we gonna get rid of the leaven? Right? But what about that leaven in your spirit? What about, let me shut up. Let's just go there. Go to 1 Corinthians. Go to 1 Corinthians. Go to 1 Corinthians 5.
What was the scripture again?
Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. And we're going to start at, I believe it's verse 6. One sec. You get that? Hold on. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5.
Verse.
Let's start. Start at verse 1.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1.
Go ahead.
It is recorded commonly that there is fornication among you.
Go ahead.
And such fornication is not so much as named among the Gentiles.
Right. So Paul was reminding these people of Corinth that there was some things going on amongst Israel that you couldn't even find in the dwellings of the Gentiles, man. You couldn't even find this. There's some things that go on with Israel. And as we read down, we'll see it. The malice, the murmuring, the slander, the hatred, the backbiting, the lack of brotherhood amongst Israel is so disgusting. Where if you hop on Facebook, you'll see another man talking about another man. If you hop on social media, it's always about how do I make the next Israelite look bad, instead of saying let me build my brother up.
That's right.
And then you got these nations that they'll build each other up, man. They'll make sure that they help each other succeed in whatever wickedness, whatever endeavors that they're doing. They'll make sure that how do I help my brother succeed?
Definitely.
Well, we're more quick to pull one another down. We're more quick to pardon my French, crap on each other's name. Right? Because of what?
Make themselves look better.
Because of what though? What is it in man and woman where I gotta crap on this bro? I gotta crap on this sister. I don't like this sister. What is it?
Covetousness.
Hey, y'all, there's a lot of different things, right? There's a lot of different reasons. Envy, jealousy, hatred. Right? There's a lot of different reasons. But I'm gonna say this, there's a lot of hurt and pain also. There's a lot of hurt and pain that brothers and sisters have dealt with that they really haven't dealt with. They just suppressed it and then they just spew. Right? But he said these things were named amongst Israel, but not even so much amongst the Gentiles. Why? Because we're not using the tools that the Most High gave us. He gave us the tool, right?
That's right.
Read on.
That one should have his father's wife.
And we know this is going into adultery, right? We know this is going into a man, like I said, having another man's wife, but that fornication, giving your spirit to something else other than the Most High, letting that ego take hold, letting that pride, letting that hatred, that's fornication, man. You might as well be an adulterer. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2. And ye are puffed up.
And what?
And ye are puffed
And
up.
some brothers, sisters are puffed up in this psyche that I'm right. The way I feel is right. The things that I carry on my heart, they're right. But Paul said you puffed up. You puffed up. You're big-headed. Your ego is swelled up. Go ahead.
And have not rather mourned.
And have not whether what?
Mourned.
Yeah, you're not thinking about the consequence of what you say, of how you act towards the next man, of how you act towards your sister, towards your brother. You're not thinking about, dang, wait a minute, let me do things a different way. You just riding with your ego. You just riding with the hurt, with the pain, with the negative, right? Read on.
That he that had done this deed
Right.
might be taken away from among you.
Go ahead.
For I verily
And a lot of y'all don't look and think and see, like, wait a minute, am I moving in what the example that Yahushua laid down? Am I moving in the example of Christ? Am I moving in the example of all these great men that came before? Am I moving in the example of the Davids, the Solomons? And if not, what's going to happen? Read it one more time.
Verse 3. For I verily, as absent in body. Verse 2.
You're right.
Verse 2. And ye are puffed up.
Right.
And have not rather mourned.
Go ahead.
That he that hath done this deed.
Right.
Might be taken away from among you.
Yeah, man. You know why brothers go off and leave? Because they haven't given up the negative feelings, the negative way they look at another man, the negative way this sister looks at this sister. So what happens? He said you get taken from amongst the body. Through what? Is it man casting another man off? No, it's not. It's man drawing back and saying, you know what? Let the Spirit deal with him. Let the Spirit deal with her. Go ahead, read.
Verse 3. For I verily, as absent in body,
Read.
but present in spirit,
Go ahead.
have judged already,
Go ahead.
as though I were present,
Go ahead.
concerning him that had so done this deed.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. In the name of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach,
Come on.
when ye are gathered together, and my spirit
When you are what?
gathered together,
Come on.
and my spirit
Read.
with the power of our Lord Mashiach Yahushua.
Read on.
Verse 5. To deliver such an one unto Satan.
And the sad part is, man, the way the world is working right now, nobody got to be delivered up. You just walk right to his arms.
Right there.
Satan is waiting, man. He's waiting for you to just make the wrong move, the wrong step. You don't got to drag nobody. Listen, all we do is step back. You got a lot of family members that are, I'm going to use the word disgruntled. Right? A lot of brothers deal with that. Family, they don't want to hear, they don't want to listen. What do? You step back. You step back and let them walk their path. Let them move in the mode that they're moving. Let them move in that negative mode. And they'll meet Satan. They'll meet what they're looking for. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 5. To deliver such an one unto Satan.
Come on.
For the destruction of the flesh.
Read.
That the spirit may be saved.
I mean, if y'all don't see what's going on in these streets with this COVID-19, Corona, whatever y'all want to call it, right? And however you view it, I'm not debating, whether it was man-made, whether it was a play from the Most High. We know it's from the Most High. We know no matter what, it's all from the Most High. Now you got to ask yourself this: is the way I'm moving gonna allow me to get sick? Is the way I'm moving going to allow me, next thing you know, I'm coughing, chest hurting, oh, I'm laid up? Because it's all a spirit. And the things that you give yourself to, whether it be negative or positive, you open yourself up. Brothers and sisters got to see that. That lack of communication, that lack of unity, that lack of brotherhood, I want to do my own thing. You open yourself up. It says Satan is like a roaring lion, right? Looking for what? He's looking for the niggas that's alone. Okay, he's looking for the man or the woman that's alone. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for individuals. Oh, you want to be different? Okay, come, we got you. Oh, you want to be separate? Oh, okay. And that's where Satan runs rampant. Now, I know we say it every year. I know we taught a trillion classes between me, Kazak, this brother, VA. But I got to keep saying it to remind brothers and sisters, the time is short.
That's right.
It says the days are evil. If you can't look and see how wicked this world is right now. There's so many different stories going on with this flu virus.
Right.
Yeah.
1 minute, 1,000 people are dying. The next minute, the hospitals are empty.
Right.
Right? It's like, wait a minute, what game they trying to play? Right? 1 minute, go get the vaccine. The next minute, just go sleep it off. What are they trying to? You got to ask yourself, what game?
What's the end game?
What is the end game, and are you going to get caught up in it? Or are we going to be caught up in the spirit? It's easy to get caught up with Esau. What happens when he tells half of y'all or whoever in here, hey, you can't work until you go get the vaccination? What y'all going to do? What y'all going to do?
Laying on my brother.
I hope so, because some people going to get it.
Hey, that's real.
There's going to be some here that's going to be like, sign me up. They going up, right? Veins going to be bulging.
I gotta get that paper out.
Ready for that meal.
I gotta get that paper out.
I gotta get that dough. I gotta feed my family. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I'm not saying not to feed your family.
Right.
I'm not saying not to get your money, but what is gonna protect you from having to give yourself to the beast? It's gonna be the Most High in Christ, man. It's gonna be unity. It's gonna be brotherhood. If y'all don't understand unity by now, I mean, truthfully, you'll never understand it.
Right.
If you don't understand brotherhood by now, if you don't understand community by now, that's all that's been getting us by. That's how we here tonight. Through communication, through faith, through brotherhood, through sisterhood, through lack of individualism. That's how we're here now. Everybody put down what they had to do, which it ain't really much, right? Everybody's either laid up in the house quarantined or whatever the case may be. So it wasn't much. But the sad part is you still have some that said, no, I don't want to be here. No, I'm not going to be there. No, I'm going to do my own thing. Now, the end game to that's I can't determine what's going to happen to that man or that woman. But that path is a path of destruction. That path is the path that Satan wants every man and woman on, to take them out the game. Read on.
Verse 6. Your glorying is not good.
He said what?
Your glorying is not good.
Go ahead.
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Yeah, because what is there to glory in? Now think about it. You can't glory in your money because it's all been, your job been wiped out. Right? Your job is finito. Right? Done. Right? You can't glory, oh, I'm a nurse, I'm going to be a nurse. School's done. Right? You can't glory in your degree, your education. You can't glory in all the things that you put the Most High off for. He said your glorying is not good. He smashed all that. He put all that on timeout. Your job, school. Just look at the world. They out there, they can't get abortions. They can't get breast jobs, butt jobs. They got niggas out there, celebrities got to grow beards. They can't go to the barbershop. It's like they're forced to keep the law. Right? You can't get certain foods. Think about how the Most High got this thing going. But you had some that gloried in, oh, I can go out and get money. I can go out and I can lock my doors. Get that for me. I can do this, I can do that. But the Most High shut all that down. And he's going to make it to where you're going to have to rely on the next man. You're going to have to rely on a brother. It's almost like not by proxy, but it's almost like a forced, like you're forced into this unity. And if you don't catch on, you're just going to be left behind, man. You're going to miss that train. That's right. Read on.
Verse 6. Your glorying is not good.
Right?
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Right. That leaven. What's that talking about? Well, huh? Yeah, that's not talking about that bread, that dough. That's talking about the leaven that a lot of brothers and sisters carry around in their mind. And no matter what you put your hands to, read it one more time.
Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
No matter what conversation you try to have,
a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump.
A little bit of leaven, a little hate, a little malice, that little envy,
Little backbiting.
a little murmuring. It leavens the entire lump, man. No matter what you put your hand to, the Most High is not dealing with that.
Right.
So, what is he saying? What am I saying? What is the scripture saying? What are brothers saying? What have we been saying? Brothers and sisters got to grow the hell up. Y'all got to grow up, man.
Bring it out.
Y'all got to grow up, and if you got problems with a man, you got problems with a woman, go to them. Use the Bible.
That's right.
Everybody is like super smart and super intelligent and common sense, and I know everything, but you can't even follow Matthew 18. Where it says if you got a problem with a man, go to him.
Right.
So what you do, you carry around that leaven. You carry around that little small piece of leaven in your soul, and everybody you deal with, man, it's just tainted. It's tainted. It's not fruitful. Read.
Verse 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump.
He said do what?
Purge out therefore the old leaven.
He said do what?
Purge out therefore the old leaven.
Get rid of that old leaven. Get rid of that old thought process.
Right.
Get rid of the hurt. But how do you get rid of hurt? Well, you got to learn to forgive. That's the first step. It tells you that in Ecclesiastes 25, right? I believe, right? It says, forgive your neighbor the hurt that he's done unto thee. You got to forgive the past, man, and move forward. Again, the time is short. Our salvation is nearer than we know. Galatians 5:15 tells us the days are evil, to watch, to walk circumspect. This ain't the time to hold grudge. This ain't the time to be upset. This ain't the time to be mad or sad. This is the time for us as the representation of Yahushua and the Most High to show what you've learned in your 50 years of going through the Bible. Your 10 years, your 15 years, your 12 years, your 5 years, your 1 year. It's all the same.
That's right.
You should be shown, what have I learned? What have I attained in all this time of, I show up to the Passover, I show up to class, I show up to street speaking, I show up to the mall. What have I learned? Is it about those things? Like, is it about this building? It's tight and hot as hell up in here. But what is it about? I'm sitting next to my brother being hot. Right? I'm sitting next to the sister. We gonna sweat together. Right? If she's sweaty and hot and I'm sweaty and hot, guess what? We equal. We good. Right? That's what it's supposed to be about. Nothing else. Nothing else. Read on.
That ye may be a new lump.
That you may be a what?
A new lump.
A lot of brothers and sisters are rolling around the same old man you the same Drake from 2 years ago. You the same dude from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. When are you gonna become that new man? Well, it all starts with you releasing and getting off that old leaven, that old thought, that old mind.
If I can say one thing too, man, think about it. If you got a loaf of bread, right? If you see mold, like a real small piece of mold on that loaf of bread, if it was just one slice, the whole thing is gone, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not gonna lie, I just learned that the other day. I'm talking that. I thought I could just throw away the
slice.
Slice?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that can go. It was some Hawaiian rolls, so I was like, man, that's good. I just throw that away. Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So if you got one small piece, that whole thing got to go. So, we all got to check ourselves and examine ourselves, examine our spirit. Because you'll hold on to this one thing, and that's what stops you from getting into the kingdom. Think about it. You see everything that's going on right now. The world's going to end. Imagine Christ come back tomorrow, or he come back right now. And he's like, and he's looking, it's judgment day. So you stand in front of him, and he's like, bro, you ain't never got rid of that.
Because you can't say, well, I had a problem with this brother, or I had a problem with the sister. Oh, I'm mad because she's the second rib, and I just don't like her. You can't stand in front of Yahushua with that crap. You can't stand in front of bro. He's gonna look at you like, what the hell is your problem? What does the scripture say? I gave you the blueprint to get through that. So it's contingent on what are we using to get past issues and problems and stay unified.
And can I get one too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I get Genesis? Let me find this real quick. It's Genesis. It's like Genesis 10.
Why you,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go where you going.
while you looking for that, look, just everything that Quadazop's talking about, everything that like Rob is saying, if Yahushua comes today, tomorrow, we're hitting that point to where however you are right now, that's who you are. That's where you're going to be. And it's real important for you to think and consider what side of the fence do you really want to be on? You want to be on that righteous side or you want to be on that wicked side?
That's right.
Look, Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11.
Do you want to be the one that studied the Bible for 15 years, 20 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, and you stand before the Most High in Christ, and he shuns you away? Flee from me, you wicked and slothful servant, because you didn't use the Bible to fix your issues. You used your pride. You used your own mentality. You let ego rule. Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that woman? No, right? Nobody wants to be like, come on, man. Who wants to get denied the kingdom because of their ego? Ooh, like, come on, man. Think about it. Because of pride. Because of misunderstanding, or lack of judgment, or lack of discernment, or lack of discretion. Who wants to miss the kingdom because of those things?
Not I.
See, these are the things that we should be working on to get better. These are the things that we should be working on with, but who you work on it with? Who are you going to have the misunderstandings with? The same ones you up in here sweating with. The same ones you up in here hot as hell with. You're supposed to use the Bible to fix issues. That's where the problems are going to come from. Not them in the world. They don't know better. People in the world don't know better. Like, you can't use the spirit on them. Like, oh man, go to this scripture because I'm going to put your spirit in check. They can give a damn.
That's true.
They don't care about that. You're using the Bible and the wisdom for the man next to you. If I got a problem with this man, I know I can say, hey, let's talk. I got a problem with you, the way you talk to me, the way you said, or whatever the case may be. Let's talk about it. Oh, he ain't trying to hear it? Oh, well, let me do what the scriptures say. Let me get this man to judge the matter. There's steps to it. There's steps to dealing with brothers. Hey, listen, you're doing this or whatever it may be wrong. Is this the time to puff up and get mad because someone gave you some constructive criticism? Hell nah. Because you're going to be that sheep. You're going to be that gazelle, that deer wandering off the path, and Satan is waiting right around the corner. Got him.
Snatch you up.
Got him.
Yeah, it's like when you walk in the door, he's just right behind the door.
Right. Like the Scream movies. Noah got me watching Scream. Where were you going to go at? Go ahead.
I'll read it.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11.
Right?
He that is just, let him be just still. He which is filthy,
Right?
let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Yeah.
He that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his work shall be. So,
Right.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so that separation is already being made. Like he was saying with that leaven, if you're keeping that little leaven, that little piece of malice in your heart, you're going to find yourself on the wrong side of the fence. All this time that we've been having, all this grace, all this mercy that we've been having, this is the time to purge that old leaven. This is the time to get right. We've been going through the fire, in and out. Dipped in the fire, come back out. When you get dipped in that fire, that's that purifying process. You got to let the process work. Don't run from it. Don't run from it. Stay in that fire and get purified because it's the Most High. He found you worthy to go through it. But you don't find yourself worthy to be that purified gold. You don't find yourself worthy to be sanctified. You got to go through it. We got to get rid of this. Look, everyone in this room right now is Israel.
That's right.
Come on. Scripture said all Israel shall be saved. Let's be saved and come into the kingdom righteous right now instead of having to suffer after death and then be reborn in the kingdom.
Like I said in Corinthians, instead of having to be offered up to Satan for the saving of the spirit, listen, let's just do it right now.
That's right.
Let's just do the right thing right now. That's all it's about. It's just doing the right thing. Not letting pride and ego take hold. Where you at?
I'm gonna go to Genesis chapter 11 and verse 4.
And then we're gonna jump back to Corinthians.
Just speaking on this point 11, right?
Read.
I'm just trying to make it. Read.
Genesis chapter 11 verse 4.
Go ahead.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower.
So this is going back to the Tower of Babel, right? This is when the Most High confounded the language of our people, not of our people, but of all the people that was on the earth. So read it from the top.
And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower.
And isn't that what we're trying to do right now? Ain't we trying to build our people? But we're trying to build our people for what? Read.
Whose top they reach unto heaven.
I mean, who not trying to go to heaven?
God.
Y'all trying to go to heaven?
God.
Y'all trying to go to heaven?
God.
Are y'all trying to go to heaven?
God.
Exactly. So we trying to make it to heaven, right?
God.
Come on, read.
And let us make us a name.
And we trying to get our names back, right?
God.
Come on. We trying to get that name back of Israel back on us. Read.
Lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth.
And is this not what happened? When we got scattered on the whole earth. We lost our name, we lost everything, right? Read verse 5.
And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower.
You know why? Because it's just like when we were in Egypt, right? You know what? You know how the Most High heard us? When we started calling on Him. When
That's
all
right.
of us.
That's right.
When all of us started calling on the Most High and praying, like, man, I hate this captivity. When all of us started doing that, that's when the Most High came.
Right.
And he delivered, and he sent that, and he sent Moses as our savior from Egypt, right?
Right.
But the point of me going here is why? Bruh, everybody on the planet Earth was all working together to build this tower. Most High came down like,
They're too unified.
they too unified.
Yeah.
They had to break it up.
Yep.
Most High had to break it up, mess their language up. We gonna read and see, read.
Which the children of men build.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said, behold, the people is one.
Most High said the people is one. Listen, when we are one, read.
And they have all one language.
When we all speak the same thing, act the same way, think the same way, walk the same way, move the same way.
Come on now.
When we all move off these scriptures, read.
And this they begin to do.
And anything that we put our minds and our hearts to do, read.
And now nothing will be restrained from them.
Mic drop.
And broke the mic. Listen, when we all moving on one accord, we're all unified. We all think, walk, act, move the same way. Read that part again.
And now nothing will be restrained from them.
Can't nothing will be restrained from us. And Satan knows that. The white man knows that. So that's why we have that's why there's so many things to divide us, to mess the minds up. Right. That's why we have the scriptures, man. Because it's not like we weren't told this was gonna happen. But when we moving and we acting and we moving and acting and talking and walking and everything is being done in unity, bro, there's nothing that can stop us. You know what's the greatest resource that we have? Each other. It's unity. Unity is the greatest resource that we got.
And you know we're the greatest resource is? We're the greatest resource to our enemies.
That's right.
We're the greatest resource to our enemies, so how much more for ourselves? But where does it start? Go back to 1 Corinthians 5, read verse 7. 1 Corinthians 5 and verse 7. Whoever got it, read it. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7.
Read.
Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
This is where it starts. You got to examine yourself and you got to see where do I need to be purged.
Yeah.
What do I need to release from my spirit?
That's right.
Go ahead, read.
That ye may be a new lump,
Put off the old man and put on the new. Right? Read on.
as ye are unleavened.
Read on.
For even Christ, our Passover,
Right?
is sacrificed for us.
Read verse 8.
Therefore, let us keep the feast,
Read.
not with old leaven,
Not with them old thoughts, not with that old anger, that old malice, hatred, that old lying tongue,
That old way.
those old ways. He said not with the old leaven, read.
neither with the leaven of malice,
With the leaven of what?
malice
With the leaven of what?
of malice
Go ahead.
and wickedness,
Read.
but with the unleavened bread
Go on.
of sincerity.
See, it's about being sincere towards one another. And sincerity starts with being able to deal with a man in issues. Being able to fix problems. That shows that there's a sincere heart there. Be able to deal with a sister sincerely and say, listen, these are the issues that I have. Let's fix these. You got a lot of malice in this damn room. Feel it. You got a lot of people that got the thought that I'm gonna be the old person. And guess what? We're gonna sit up here, talk, read all these scriptures, eat lamb, do all that, and then guess what? 6 months from now,
Same thing.
guess what? Tomorrow, the same thought. And you didn't purge. And then next year we're gonna go through the same scriptures and it's what? Same man, same woman, same counsels are gonna be given. Same problems, same beef. Beef, like how the hell is Israel beefing? How y'all beefing?
That's right.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta be studying, praying, fasting, y'all beefing. Come on, man, we gotta wake up. Read on.
And true,
Right?
I wrote unto you.
Right, go from there. Go to 1 Corinthians. Go from there, go to 1 Corinthians 11. So we gotta see, man, what the Most High has called us to do. He called us to be unified in His spirit, in sincerity and in truth. He called us to put off that old man and to unify in that new mind. Whatever you thought you felt and thought you knew, put that off.
Right.
Because what is it getting you? That's what brothers and sisters gotta ask themselves. All the heartache you carry around, all the hatred you carry, that monkey on your shoulders, come on, man. You ain't tired? Y'all ain't tired?
Con, I'm tired.
Con. Some like, nah, my ego got me pressing a 1,000-pound monkey on my back. I'm good. Some people like, nah, I'm gonna bench press this guy to hell. Because you're not gonna take that into the kingdom. I'm sorry. You're not gonna take murmuring and backbiting to the kingdom.
Right.
You're not gonna take maliciousness and wickedness and slander to the kingdom. You're not gonna take that with you.
No, sir.
That's not going. So you might as well drop that at the door.
God.
Right? Go from there. Go to First Corinthians.
11:23.
Right.
God.
Oh, listen, sisters, grab cups for everybody. Grab cups for all the brothers. Pour that wine up, please. Hold on. Yeah, let them. Yeah, pass that around.
Oh, that's really good.
The bitter herb and the wine. Remember, it is the Passover. We're going to do what the Passover says to do. We're going to drink the wine and eat bitter herb. Right? Get
Good for that.
Hey, that's weird. I'm cold now.
You can move the fan. So while the sisters pour up the wine, or grape juice for some bros, while they do that, let's go to
Don't eat all the mad chips.
let's go to 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 23. Let's make sure everybody gets it. Yeah, just pass it down. Pass it down. Let's do it quickly.
Oh, yeah, eat grape juice.
I don't know. Try it. Yeah. Pass it down. Make sure everybody gets one of the sisters. Yeah. Can you turn the fan that way?
Hey, real quick, are y'all cold?
Everybody hot.
Oh, yo, you here. Slot shit. Y'all not? Okay. Hey, you can turn that fan. Yeah.
I got something there?
Let me know when everybody gets a cup. And for everybody online, again, we thank y'all for joining us. We know we haven't been online here in Houston in a couple of days, man, because of the lockdown. Hey, everybody, trying to do this as quiet as possible, please. But for everybody online, we know we haven't been online live, but we're gonna get back on Wednesday. We're going live from class Wednesday. Okay, so that's for the brothers and sisters online. And hopefully, brothers and sisters that are online are paying attention, man. This is a new year, right? This is a new year. So, you know how they said in the world, new year, new me? That's what we're supposed to be doing. It should be a new year, new you, meaning what? You're supposed to be putting off that old man. Go there for me real quick. Go to Colossians. Is it Colossians? Colossians 3 and 6. Go there real quick.
Colossians.
So Colossians chapter 3.
And 9. Yeah, go to Colossians 3 and verse 9. Salaki.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 9.
Right?
Lie not one to another,
Go ahead.
seeing that ye have put off the old man.
You have done what?
Put off the old man.
This is about putting off that old man. This is about putting off the old, disgruntled, mad, insecure, egotistical, narcissistic man and woman. This is about changing. So if your old man wasn't learning nothing for for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, the new man should be learning. The new man should be putting himself in position to learn and to relearn the spirit and to stay in the spirit. Brotherhood, unity. That's what the new man should be doing. Go ahead.
With his deed.
With his what?
With his deed.
Yeah, you ain't gonna just talk about it. This ain't a talk the talk and then don't walk the walk type of thing. I know the world is ending. I know y'all scared. Y'all be calls that I got. Hey, Shalom, when's class? Well, not here in Houston. Right? Right? And that's shaking cats. Why? Because y'all so used to we get so used to having things at the ready, and then when it's not there, what does it do? It frightens you. But that shouldn't move you. That shouldn't move you. What's going on in this world with all them chaotic ass people out there getting sick and falling victim to whatever is out there? They falling victim to 5G, Corona, the flu, the cold, their mama's talking, their rib. I don't know what it is, but whatever you falling victim to out there, whatever they are, we shouldn't be. Because we should be subject one to another in unity, in brotherhood, in love, communication, in counsel. That's how you don't fall victim.
Yes, sir.
Right? Did everybody get a cup? Men and women? Come on, let's go to Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 11:23.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 23.
Everybody got it? Go ahead, read.
For I have received of the Lord
Right?
that which also I delivered unto you,
Read.
that the Lord Yahushua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
He did what?
When he was betrayed, took bread.
Go ahead.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it.
Right? So everybody get the bread. Let's stand. Let's all stand. Let's make sure we stand up. Let's get the bread. Remember
Get a
this.
slice.
Scripture say to rehearse the righteous acts. Right? I hope this is the last Passover.
And my first and last.
In this kingdom. I hope this is the last Passover here in this America, bro.
Right.
Right? Read on.
And said, take, eat. This is my body.
Right? Now, go ahead, read on.
Which is broken for you.
Read.
This do in remembrance of me.
Hey, did everybody get a bread and ate?
Everybody get a piece? Everybody ate it? He said, do what?
Do this in remembrance of me.
Because they can't see us. He said, do this in remembrance of him. Meaning what? Meaning all the things that Yahushua went through. All the pain and suffering for Israel to sit here and be brotherly and be sisterly. This is why we do what we do. This is what we should be remembering. What the apostles, what Paul, what Peter, what all these righteous brothers and sisters that came before us did. Even men here, even brothers that came before us in the truth. We're supposed to be looking and saying, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, brothers paved the way for me to get taught. I don't care what you're affiliated with, if you hate camps or not. I don't care. If it wasn't for a man before you paving the way, you wouldn't have the truth.
That's right.
Okay? If it wasn't for Yahushua's sacrifice, man, we'd be wiped out.
That's right.
So this is what we do in remembrance. Read on.
After the same manner, also he took the cup.
He took the what?
He took the cup.
Everybody raise your glass. Read on.
And when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood.
Go ahead.
This do ye, as oft as ye drink it, in remembrance of me.
Right. So I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
Let's drink. Read on.
For it's all.
Drink it all. Drink it all. Yeah, you got to drink that whole cup. Go ahead.
For as often as ye eat this bread.
He said, for as often as you what?
As ye eat this bread.
Y'all can sit. As often as you eat this bread. For as often, what does the blood represent? And the bread. It represents the what?
The spirit.
It represents the spirit, but think about it. It says that the life is in the blood.
That's right.
So the blood represents the lifestyle. This ain't a fad. This ain't I just want to look cool with some things hanging from my shirt. Or I want to look powerful because I grew my beard out. Or I just want to sound cool. He said, for as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, meaning for as often as you take part in this lifestyle, and say Amen, read.
Ye do show the Lord's death.
You do what?
Ye do show the Lord's death.
And that got to be on brothers and sisters' mind. Every time you eat and drink, every time you salute, every time you throw that head wrap on, every time you throw that French shirt on, every time you get in this book, you do what?
Ye do shew the Lord's death till he come.
Come on.
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread,
read,
and drink this cup,
come on,
of the Lord unworthily.
Now what makes you unworthy? That what? That old leaven. I don't care how many times you show up to Passover. I don't care how many feast days you show up to in class and Sabbath and my fringes is hanging to the damn ground. If you got that malice in you, that hate, that envy, that negativity, you might as well stay home. I'm going to say this. If you're going to murmur and backbite after this, go home now. Because it don't make no sense for you to sit down and eat and drink. You eating damnation to yourself. Y'all get that, right? Read.
Shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
Yeah, you ain't no different than the Jews that offer Christ up. Those hypocrites. Those hateful niggas. Read.
But let a man examine himself.
Let a man do what?
Examine himself.
Yeah, you better think about it. You better think about it, man. You better mourn. You better stop being puffed up. Read.
And so let him eat of that bread.
Right.
And drink of that cup.
Go ahead.
For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily.
And it's gonna tell you right here, when you eat and drink with that malice in your heart, with that hatred, with that lack of brotherhood, with all that negative that's not gonna make it to the kingdom, what do? Read.
Eateth and drinketh damnation.
You eateth and drinketh what?
Damnation.
Go ahead.
To himself.
To him what?
To himself.
Read on.
Not discerning the Lord's body.
Because it's about discretion and understanding. What am I trying to endeavor to do? Am I endeavoring for myself or for the next man?
That's right.
Am I here to be selfish as hell? Or am I here for the brothers, for the sisters, for the nation? Some of y'all got children. Come on, man. You don't even look past your hand to see that, damn, I got children. What they going to be in 20 years? What they going to be in 30 years?
Bring it out.
Wow.
Y'all got to wake up. Some of y'all don't got children. Right? And are going to have children. What are you going to be able to give them? What bread? What blood? What lifestyle? You going to give them the lukewarm? The one that got spewed out? You going to give them the hatred that you feel in you?
The vomit.
Yeah, you're going to just be vomiting on them and then they're going to have to just suck that up? What are you going to have to offer to the next man, to your child, to your daughter, to your son? What do you got for the brother, the family member that you want to come into the truth? What you got for him? What you got for him? Except for old war stories that they don't even understand. Old war stories that take their view. That's what you got? Brothers got old war stories, man. It's like, get over it. Get over yourself. Come on. Move the hell on.
That's right.
They out here suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. Read on. Let's finish this up.
For this cause, many are weak.
Many are what?
Are weak.
Many are weak. Read.
And sickly among you.
And a lot of brothers and sisters, it ain't like you sick like, oh, I got the corona. Some of y'all are damn sick in the head. Some of us are sick in the head, repeating the same old, trying to devour and to digest the same old leaven year after year. What do they say? Doing something the same and trying to get a different result is what?
Insanity.
Right. It's insanity. Some of us are insane, man. You trying to get a different result, but I'm gonna need the bread with the same old malice, the same old hate, the same old envy, but I gotta give me a different result. It don't work like that. Put off that old man. Put off that old woman. Put off that old child. Some of you children that can understand. Read.
And many sleep.
And listen, if y'all don't see it, you got Israelites out there dying.
Yes, sir.
Good old Comfy, that was calling himself the comforter, he got took out. Because the Most High is not mocked.
Yes, sir.
The Most High is not mocked. He ain't gonna let you run around and claim Israelite, but be blasphemous, be negative. He's not gonna let any of us do that. He ain't gonna run around with fringes and a Bible, talk about how righteous you are, but you hate the man next to you. The Most High's gonna wipe your ass out, man. You ain't gonna run around with a hair wrap talking about I'm holy and righteous, but you hate a sister. You beefing with a sister on Facebook. You jumping on text messages talking about I'm gonna pull up. What the hell? Ain't no Israelites pulling up. The Most High is gonna wipe you out. He said many of us sleep. So if you don't want to be one of them sleepy cats, it ain't like, oh fuck, that's death. That's death.
That's fine.
All right. So again, hopefully, grab her. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, y'all see what's going on. Give me Galatians 5:15, and then we'll end it right there. Go to Galatians 5 real quick. Let me end it right here. So set up some prayers, and then we'll eat.
It's a brother.
Yeah.
It's Galatians chapter 5:15. Let me get a con when y'all got it. Con.
Read that.
Galatians chapter 5 verse 15.
Go ahead.
But if ye bite and devour one another.
No, that's not the one I want. Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5:15. Salaki.
Ephesians, next book over.
I mean, that Galatians goes in too, but yeah.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse
I can
15.
go all night. Go ahead.
See then that ye walk circumspectly.
And this is what it's about, man. In these times, if not more than any, these times is where you have to watch your back, your front, your side, your top, your center. But you can't do it alone. You have to have somebody there to get your back. You have to have somebody there to watch, what they say in the military, watch my six.
Watch your six.
Right? You got to have somebody there to do that. Walking circumspect ain't an easy thing. Especially when you ain't got all the tools. Especially when you got a little bit of that negative in you that you carrying around. It's hard to turn.
Oh, you know what? You know what's really bad is the one that thinks he got it. And I don't need to I don't need to get any information from someone else. I don't need no one to watch my six because I got it. I know it all.
And his whole top gets popped off.
God.
He's the one that gets sniped off. What happened to such and such? Hey, he straight off and thought he had it.
God.
Right? What happened to such and such? Oh, he said he got it.
Right.
Read.
Not as fools.
Not as what?
Not as fools.
Because it's foolish to not be circumspect.
Right.
Go ahead. It's foolish not to want to be unified. Read.
But as wise.
Come on.
Redeeming the time.
Remembering and understanding the time. We are in a wicked, wicked time right now.
God.
With all the confusion they throwing out on the news, 24-hour coronavirus, then you go to the news and you go to the real news where they're showing you, oh, if y'all didn't know, America's about to go fight with Venezuela.
That's right.
America's fighting with Iran. They ain't showing y'all that.
Yep.
They're not showing you that, but they're showing you how many people are dying from coronavirus.
Yep, that's
But
right.
then when you have people pulling up to the hospital, like, wait a minute, where's all the sick people at? Ain't nobody in the hospital. Where they at? Where they at?
Right.
It makes you wonder, like, what is going on that they're not telling us? So this ain't the time to get caught slipping. It's an evil day. I don't understand if y'all know. What are y'all gonna do, man? When they start running up in our house and ransacking it and grabbing up your children, what you gonna do?
Right.
What you gonna do when they say eat this pork, take this chip, or die? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Some cats wanna live though. But guess what? There's a lot more evils set to come on our people if y'all didn't know that. They talk about Jacob's troubles. Come on, we've been in trouble. We've been in trouble since Jacob gave the prophecy on his sons.
Right.
All right, that's been trouble, but the amount of things that we're gonna have to go through in these last days, when it said through much tribulation, it ain't talking about because you couldn't pay your rent, or because your light bill went a few days behind, or your car note had to get stacked 3 months and then you could pay it later, or your school loans got furloughed. It ain't talking about that. They're gonna be out here trying to kill cats. You gonna be ready? Are you? Because an individual is gonna die.
Unity, baby. With unity.
Individuals will die.
Yes, sir.
That individual spirit is going to get wiped out.
God.
Read.
Not as slide. Because the days are evil.
Come on.
Verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise.
Come on.
But understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Right. And that's what we got to understand, what the will of the Most High is. It was always for Israel to be one people. It was always for Israel to serve the Most High.
That's right.
It was always for us to love our neighbor as ourselves, love the Most High with all our heart.
God.
All right?
God.
So with that, I mind them upon y'all. Quadum, let's rise and face the east. Where is the east? That way. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Babakusha.
Babakusha.
Shema.
Shema.
Nata Palaf Noah.
Nata Palaf Noah.
Shalom Bashim Khan.
Shalom Bashim Khan.
Zat Layala.
Zat Layala.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
For giving us the opportunity.
For giving us the opportunity.
To gather.
Together.
On your holy day.
On your holy day.
We ask Yahweh.
We ask Yahweh.
That you look down on us.
That you look down on us.
That you bless us.
That you bless us.
For the unity.
For the unity.
For the brotherhood.
For the brotherhood.
For the sisterhood.
For the sisterhood.
We ask Yahweh.
We ask Yahweh.
That you remove from us.
That you remove from us.
That old leaven.
That old leaven.
That old man.
That old man.
And renew us.
And renew us.
In your wisdom.
In your wisdom.
In your knowledge.
In your knowledge.
Babakusha.
Babakusha.
Shemai.
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 Shalach.
Shalach.
Mayaka Allah.
Mayaka Allah.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Shalach.
Shalach.
You're holy.
You're holy.
Your righteous angels.
Your righteous angels.
To deliver your people.
To deliver your people.
To take us out of this kingdom.
To take us out of this kingdom.
Forsake us not.
Forsake us not.
To these wicked people.
To these wicked people.
To this wicked kingdom.
To this wicked kingdom.
To these wicked ways.
To these wicked ways.
We ask Yahweh.
We ask Yahweh.
Keep our mind.
Keep our minds.
Keep our spirits.
Keep our spirits.
Keep our focus.
Keep our focus.
On you.
On you.
Let us not get caught up.
Let us not get caught up.
In the deception.
In the deception.
In the lies.
In the lies.
In the craftiness.
In the craftiness.
Of Satan.
Of Satan.
We ask Yahweh.
We ask Yahweh.
That you remove from us.
That you remove from us.
All negative.
All negative.
All hatred.
All hatred.
All backbiting.
All backbiting.
All murmuring.
All murmuring.
All malice.
All malice.
And that you bless us.
And that you bless us.
For our diligence.
For our diligence.
Unity.
Unity.
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Sisterhood.
Sisterhood.
Faith.
Faith.
Consistency.
Consistency.
And charity.
And charity.
Babakusha.
Babakusha.
Heal the sick.
Heal the sick.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Heal the faithless.
Heal the faithless.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Strengthen their hands.
Strengthen their hands.
Strengthen their knees.
Strengthen their knees.
To do your works.
To do your work.
And to do your will.
And to do your will.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
From Yah.
From Yah.
Aman.
Aman.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Rockland Noah.
Rockland Noah.
Washa Allah.
Washa Allah.
Wabiyah.
Wabiyah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Rockland Noah.
Rockland Noah.
Washa Allah.
Washa Allah.
Wabiyah.
Wabiyah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Rockland Noah.
Rockland Noah.
Washa Allah.
Washa Allah.
Wabiyah.
Wabiyah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Yeah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Rockland Noah.
Rockland Noah.
Washa Allah.
Washa Allah.
Wabiyah.
Wabiyah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
I'm going to read this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 36. Have mercy upon us,
Have mercy upon us.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh.
and send thy fear
And send thy fear
upon all nations
upon all nations
that seek not after thee.
that seek not after thee.
Lift up thy hand
Lift up thy hand
against the strange nations.
against the strange
Let
nation.
them see thy power.
Let them see thy power.
As thou was sanctified in us
As thou was sanctified in us
before them.
before them.
So be thou magnified
So be thou magnified
among them
among them
before us.
before us.
And let them know.
And let them know.
And let them know thee.
And let them know thee.
our brothers. Let's circle up. Let's salute. Sisters, please be seated. Make sure everybody gets in there. No, go over there.
No. Come on, Luke.
Martha Nine. Yeah. Sisters, we need y'all to sit, sis. Sisters.
All the sisters got to sit.
Come.
Take a seat. Brothers.
Let's circle.
There's some chairs.
Remember, man.
We're going to let them get out.
Remember. Again. It's an evil time. If it wasn't evil before, it's evil as hell now. So I hope brothers and sisters are seeing what's going on. Don't get caught up in what Esau is trying to feed on the news.
Right.
Get caught up in them scriptures and prophecies, man.
Right.
Get caught up in that Bible, and you'll be able to decipher what is real from fake.
God.
All right?
Men of Israel, I'm on it. Hurrah!
Let's turn the face of sisters. Right? They're gonna hear us up in here today.
Con.
They're gonna hear us. The neighbors gonna have to call somebody. Sisters, please rise. Call it.
Salute now the daughters of Zion, men of Israel. I'm on it. Hurrah!
Let's eat. Hey, let's salute everybody online. Let's say shalom.
Shalom!
We'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Come to my phone. Way over there was just right here. Oh. But like how it fall from right here, way over here.
Those prayers. I got
Man, Ronnie to hit the camera.
Yeah, I kept looking at me like that's not me.
I ain't forgot.
Guys, you.
That's for him. Oh, really? Come on. You hit me with that? Yeah. Hey, Martha Nine.
Oh, are we still going?
Yeah, she gonna stop. Martha Nine. You gonna stop that? Okay.
I'm coming to stop it right now.
Come. So it is like
I'm waiting for